welcome back to Inside Boxing's Throwdown for our third segment when we talk about open discussion. I'm Aurelio Martinez. Stephen Johnson, I know he was waiting for that.
I was waiting
because my man wants his name out there.
My man forgets. We told him to now.
But anyway, Steve, this is open discussion. So I want to start this off, and then you can take it. But I want to start this off in talking about we led into it from our last segment, and that's
Michael Conlan.
Michael Conlan, the amateurs not from the United States coming in and making a big name in the United States boxing scene. In other words, they want to come in and get this money, okay? And I'm just being real. They want to come in here and get this money. So when they got someone like Bob Arum that's going to sign him up, and Bob Arum in Top Rank, they certainly know how to make a boxer money, okay? So Conlan, okay? And what made me want to talk about this is, of course, the fight with
Vargas,
the Vargas and the Rios fight.
Right.
Okay, they're super bantamweights. Okay.
Right.
Now, Conlan. Okay, let's get serious. You want to get serious? Do a Lomachenko. Get in there and start fighting what people refer to as good competition. Even though Lomachenko hasn't done that, but they say he has. Okay, because his first fight he fought for a title. And that kind of set the precedence. Mm-hmm. So, Conlan, let's get busy. Go ahead and fight Ray Vargas, and show everyone what you can do. You only have a couple of fights. That's fine. The other guy's still a young, seasoned kid working his way up. You got 1 billion amateur fights and golden medals and Olympic status, so that should even out the platform, the playing.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's see what you do. Okay, or are you going to go ahead and handpick someone from who knows where?
Well, this is where we know where Bob Arum's expertise comes in. He will not let that happen. We already know this young boy Ray Vargas would give Mike Conlan all he could handle.
But you know what, Steve? Mm-hmm. Ordinarily, I'd say yes, and that's really what Bob Arum wants to do. Mm-hmm. But he's feeling the pressure now. Okay, because he's putting out a lot of money for these guys he signed, Lomachenko and Conlan. Okay, mm-hmm. So all this money coming in, and the wave is turning in the United States, and I'm glad we talked about that last year, talking about the U.S. fighters coming to play, that they were going to stop taking the back seat to him, and thanks to Al Heyman. People can like him or hate him, but he brought that out.
Yeah.
He says we got talent. We got talent in the United States. The door is shut on them. So he kind of opened that door. So now the public in the United States that's paying for this are starting to say, no, we want to see good fights. We don't want to see something that we know the outcome. So his hands are kind of tied now. So he's going to have to kind of put it into a little second gear or third gear. Whether he wants to, we know he don't want to, he's going to have to. And the first indication was Lomachenko taking on Rigondeaux. Okay?
Well, and that's...
Because I'm going to tell you what, he don't want to fight Rigondeaux. No, but it's to a point where now, hey, you have to.
Well, like you said, man, he's... Rigondeaux, I think Rigondeaux right now is like 17-0. But doesn't have any 31-0, 35-0. But like you said before, they're amateur. These guys had 300 amateur fights.
Yeah.
And and the thing with Rigondeaux and Lomachenko, getting off topic a little bit, is that they're both 2-time Olympic gold medalists. There's no reason why they shouldn't be getting at it. Yeah. But Bob Arum, he's in a tough spot. You're right on this. He can't push Conlan and Lomachenko too fast because those are his cash cows.
And they're going to lose if
Crawford is the number one boy up there. But these are the two. And if either one of them loses, they drop off the map. Well, when I'm saying when one of the two of them loses. So those two fighting is probably not going to happen. But, Conlan is the one that has to step up. Conlan's 25. Ray Vargas is 26.
Exactly.
Ray Vargas is from Mexico. Conlan's from Ireland. Let's make it happen. Let's see what happens.
I agree. I like that fight.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
That should be made. And man, I just think that we're going to have to start seeing this. Conlan, it's okay when you're coming into the scene, but don't go in there with a big mouth and start talking a lot of stuff unless you're going to step up to the plate. let Bob Arum do his work and let it take its place and wait your turn. Stay in line.
But once again, Aurelio, he's seen what all these other young boys see. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. He's trying to be squeaky as he can. But we know one thing. Lomachenko, when he takes on Rigondeaux, and that fight's going to be December the 9th. Yep. We talked about it last week in Madison Square Garden. So, but between December then, we have the Canelo Alvarez and Triple G Gennady Golovkin fight coming up.
The real fight?
The real fight.
The real fight.
That is the real fight. I mean, that is a fight that everyone knows. There will not be, there's no, well, let's see what this guy's got. This fight is going to be, it's going to be the real deal.
We got to talk about that fight because that's serious business.
And since we have 4 minutes left in this segment, we might as well just kick it on that. Come on, man, we really don't have anything that's going to be interesting. I don't. Unless you have something.
I promised my last week, but I'll find some because people, they enjoy to come on, man. I get the feedback. I get the feedback on the email, and the editor gets that. So we have to make it a point to pick and choose some.
Well, I think if I had to come on, man, it would have been last segment when I talked about Miguel Cotto, favorite of both of ours, come back off a 17-month layoff, and now he's the WBO junior middleweight world champion. I think that's comical.
See, that's what happens when you just throw out something quick. You get real weak. Come on, man. We want some.
You don't think that's weak?
I think it's weak. Because everyone knows sanctioning organizations are all about, paying the sanctioning.
But we always have to keep reminding our viewers this, of the stuff that's comical.
Yeah, you're right.
I know you're reaching trying to get something to dog me on it. It ain't working real good, but that's okay. But let's talk real quick, Aurelio. We got 3 minutes left. Let's talk about just a little prelude of Miguel Cotto. Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah, let's talk about that because I just posted up this morning on Inside Boxing. Some of the media, they had an open workout in Los Angeles yesterday or the day before, but anyway, they had an open media, and a lot of people out there watching this, and of course you had Triple G doing his media workout, and then of course you had Canelo doing his workout. So it was very nice to kind of see that. These guys are in shape. They're serious. They're in shape. So I'm looking. You guys can see it on Inside Boxing. It's out there. It's got some video of it and the whole bit. But I am to the point where I'm getting to where I can't clear cut pick a winner. And that's changed because before
we were both in agreement.
Well, I'm so hard on Canelo, about being a scary cat and have a yellow streak, and anyone that's followed our shows knows I wasn't real silenced. I let it known that this guy was scared and he didn't want to fight Triple
Which
G.
I totally disagree with.
And now he's fighting, but I've always said that if they should ever fight, Canelo would win the fight. I've always said that. I don't know why he was scared.
Did you say on one end that he was scary?
Because he was. Oh, you can be scared, but I'm talking about talent-wise. I would pick Canelo to win that fight, but he was scared. Okay, so I mean, it was make the fight and do it.
Well, see, let me take over here for me because he's dancing around. No, you guys remember he talked about Canelo had a yellow streak down his back. There was all this other stuff about I thought he would win. No, he said he's got a yellow streak and he wouldn't fight. My opinion in the beginning was Triple G would clearly get Canelo. Just from a fighting standpoint, that fight he got him. I always thought that Canelo, the reason that the fight didn't happen earlier is because of Oscar De La Hoya. And I think that has been borne out over the fact. But De La Hoya has been the one keeping him back. I think that Canelo was embarrassed.
No, Canelo was happy about it.
No, I think Canelo was embarrassed when he was up in the ring and he called Triple G up there, not once, but 2 different fights. And he said, it's going to happen, we're going to do it. That's it. And then Oscar gets him back over there and says, hold on, we got to build this up a little bit more. We got to go. Canelo, I think he's been chomping at the bit for this fight. I think that the mystique of as I said before, Provodnikov, Kovalev, now Triple G, I think the mystique of the Ukrainians and Russians has totally dissipated, where now everyone's saying, hey, you know what? Canelo does have the skills. Oscar's the one holding him back, okay? Oscar, we'll talk about him at one point later on, but
10 seconds.
But I truly believe that Canelo in this fight, I think he goes in and he stops Triple G. I see that happening.
See, I just I've got to analyze that again. You know, I'm still with my pick that Canelo was going to win that, but I'm kind of waffling because both these guys are serious, and Canelo hasn't been hit the way that Triple G is used to laying leather.
And that's what Abel Sanchez said.
But here again, Triple G
hasn't been hit.
In my mind, in his last couple of fights, has not looked good, and he's been hit in his last couple of fights. Okay, now if he gets hit solid from a Canelo punch, that's going to change the game. So we got some time, and we're going to talk about this.
Yeah.
And I need to figure out, because I'm not going to stay on the fence. I got to figure out.
I'm gonna knock you off the fence.
How I want to pick this fight, because it's going to be one of them fights, Steve.
Okay.
One of them fights.
All right. Well, there you go, guys. Like we said, a good weekend of conversation, if nothing else. A great fight with Miguel Cotto. A nice exit fundraiser for Floyd Mayweather. And next week when we come back, we're going to start talking more about this Canelo Triple G fight, because that is the fight. I don't know if it'll have a bigger grossing revenue as this Mayweather-McGregor fight will have, but it will definitely it'll definitely be close. It'll be close.
It might.
Once again, we've still got 2 weeks.
See, and don't forget the pay-per-views for this Canelo Triple G fight is all boxing fans.
Exactly.
All boxing fans, where the McGregor brought them numbers up so high, and
MMA
don't think it doesn't have a chance of breaking that record.
That 4 million, you think it can get that?
Because it brought a whole another sport into, and everyone in MMA was to the point that McGregor can win this fight.
So, and thanks to boxing fans like you who contribute to that nonsense. You know, with the rest of us, you know, who saved our money. I save my $100. You can come watch the Canelo Triple G fight with me, okay? You can watch it. We can watch a real fight.
I'm going to Burger King and McDonald's for the next week, so I can kind of save, even out that money. Okay? No steak and lobster. But anyway, we're babbling. So come back and see us next week when we
start pumping up this Canelo Triple G fight. Okay,
do it all over again.
Alrighty. Next week we'll also talk about some other upcoming things that are going on. Okay?
We're babbling.
No. We're just letting you know what's going on.